Everybody, it's Michael from Get Fit Over 40 with another little bit of an update video. We're basically 5 weeks out from the Victoria Cup contest, and the last video I did was 6 weeks out, so there's not going to be a huge change. I'm just going to be doing, at least for now, weekly videos, just sort of let you know what kind of progress is happening, at least how the diet's going, how my weight's going, and to be honest, the first couple weeks the weight's going to kind of go up and down. I believe last week I was about 190. I'm pretty much right about the same this week, even though in terms of calories, I've been actually really good. What I've been doing is sort of dieting hard through the week and then sort of slacking off a little bit on the weekends and trying to at least be at sort of an even calories over the weekend. The reason I'm doing that is it's summertime. Typically we have barbecues and friends over on the weekend. Sunday's a family day. I can't really train on Sunday, so it's hard to make up those calories that I'm eating. So I just generally try to break even Saturday, Sunday, and what I'm doing Monday to Friday is going a little harder on my diet, which kind of works out good because I find while I'm working during the week, work distractions keep me from really overeating, and I've got pretty much a good schedule in terms of eating. On the weekends, obviously it's a little harder to control. So I've been usually about 1,000 calories under on average Monday to Friday, and then at basically a neutral calorie intake Saturday, Sunday. So that's basically gave me last week about 5,000 calorie deficit. That works out to roughly should be about 1.5 pounds of weight loss, hopefully all fat, to try and compensate the whole concept. People say you're going to lose all your muscle while you diet down. There's a lot of research on that, and to be totally honest, you don't lose muscle until you really get into the extreme low body fat situations, and everybody's going to have different set points when it comes to where that body fat percentage sort of kicks in and starts taking muscle. But for me, I stay around 8 to 9% all year round, so for me to get to lower body fat percentages of 5 or 6, it doesn't really sacrifice too much muscle. I do start to feel it. I do start to get a little bit low energy when I get down there. But I'm not as affected as a lot of other people are because, a lot of other people are in the 15 to 20% body fat category. So when they get under 10, their bodies are kind of like, yeah, what are you doing to me, right? Whereas I'm like 8 to 9 all year round. I really don't go over 10% ever. So it's really easy for me to strip it down. So everything's been good. And the other thing I do when I'm training, people like to know, is I do not compromise on my training sessions just because I'm cutting weight. I do not do any cardio whatsoever. My concept is, why do cardio? I mean, cardio is just basically a means to burn calories. That's all it is, right? Yeah, cardiovascular, but I get cardiovascular workouts from my workouts. I burn a ton of calories while I'm working out. So if I want to burn more calories that day, I just do another workout. So I'm just going to hit another body part and do some reps and keep my heart rate up and burn another 400 or 500 calories doing a second workout rather than jumping on a treadmill or something. I mean, there's just better usage of my time. And another thing I do is while I'm cutting is I just keep going for, not necessarily PRs, but I keep going for putting heavy weight on the bar, getting as many reps as I can, keeping my intensity as high as possible. And you know what? Sometimes I'll even make a PR. Now, when I'm cutting, I don't try to do like single rep or even sometimes 3 rep PRs, but I'll try and do maybe 5 rep PRs. I'll throw a bunch of weight on that I maybe never hit 5 reps, and I'll just see if I can do it. Just keep pushing myself, right? The harder you push yourself, the more you're going to offset any potential muscle loss while you're cutting. It's totally doable. I've done it several times at a whole bunch of different body weights, and I put muscle on while cutting, so I know it's totally possible. All right, so last week I did a real quick pose. I can't even remember what they were, so we'll just kind of do a few of them. So there's the typical men's physique front pose. Oh, by the way, what do you think of these shorts? These are shorts that I might actually wear on competition day. I might have to take them in a little bit, especially as I lose a little weight, but we'll get her done. So, okay, so side pose. I didn't show back last time, so a little bit of back. My back doesn't really lean up that much until I get really to the low body fat percentages. I hold more weight on my back than I do anywhere else. I gotta practice this side. I'm not as good. Let me see. So, come up a little bit. Show you this pose up close a little bit. Do a couple other ones. I don't know how the lighting is. Show you some legs. They haven't really changed too much. I had a good squat session yesterday. So, side. Calves are doing all right. Hard to show you those guys on camera here, but anyways, that's enough. I mean, we're still 5 weeks, basically 5 weeks and a few days, because it's Tuesday. Well, I'm filming this video on Tuesday. And oh, body fat percentage wise, I'm still in the mid 7s according to my Skulpt aid. So I'm still in the mid 7%, 7.5 roughly. That hasn't changed too much. I mean, technology is technology. It's not an exact thing. So technically I should have lost at least a pound of fat, which would have been at least a 0.5% of body fat. But we'll see what happens. You know, like I said, technology is, you can't totally depend on it. You have to look in the mirror. You have to look at what you're eating and how much energy you're exerting. You can get a good idea of how much fat you should be losing. It's not an exact science, but if you're doing all the right things, it's going to pay off at the end. So just keep that in mind. And you know, I've got 5 weeks. I got a lot of time. I don't really need to lose maybe another 3 to 4 pounds. And I can lose a lot of that in the last week when I get on my fish and veggie diet that I do. It just strips it all off. So, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, take care.